Yes, boss. See the topic and what it is that we're talking about, right? Older people aren't supposed to hate on the younger generation. If you never heard of that before, I'm glad I could run it for you, man. These are one of those topics I had tucked away like draw 4 and Uno. I've been sitting on this for some time, bro. So here's the deal. You remember how I talked to you and I say, yo, life is based on your abilities, what you're able to produce, things you're supposed to do in your younger years. You get that out of the way so when you get older, you can what? Kick your feet up, chill, all of that stuff. But you have to understand this, right? In life, as you get older, whether you're on the older side now or you're a young individual, you have to understand that if people use their time correctly, listen to what I'm telling you, they shouldn't be out here hating on you. Sure enough, time changes for everybody. Back in the days, they probably never had as much technology as we have now. Back in the days, they may not have had as much opportunity. But if you use your time correctly, you use your time wisely, you tried all it is that you can, and you left it on the table, it's nothing for you to worry about. You can't hate on the next person coming up because why? The opportunities that they have now weren't available to you back then. You left it on the table and you tried as hard as you could. Here's the deal, right? Reason why a lot of people that are older are very much bitter and do that stuff is because a lot of them, they squandered their times and they used it ill-advisedly. So give you an example, right? You ever seen the famous saying or heard the famous saying or seen the famous scenario where older women hate on their daughters or, oh, she hot or who she thinks she is or this, that, and the third? Yes, your mother's supposed to guide you in certain ways and teach you. But there are some mothers that hate on their daughters, and I'm going to tell you why. Either when you were at that age that your mother's at, your mom never progressed as much as you did, or your mom never had the opportunities that you had. There are some people in their older years, the older ones now, they had opportunities, they pissed it away doing dumb stuff. I'll give you an example. There are some people who spent a good majority of their life in jail, in and out of jail, in prison, playing around, loafing. Some people who have clean records just out here just doing whatever and just not applying themselves. There are some people who never necessarily schooled their life. They just played with life like it was a game of patty cake. And then when they see, damn, the ball is about to stop rolling. Oh my God, time is going up. I'm getting older. Let me see what I could do about that now. What does that remind you of? A lot of these women who either said, yo, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Now what? A lot of them are looking for a man now, especially after Donald Trump is supposed to be passing that child support law. That this stuff is about to get real out here. I'm telling you right now, there's some people when they played around in their younger years, they thought they were going to be young forever. Some people never really stopped and thought like, yo, last year I was 24, dog. Now I'm 25. And it's like, yo, I'm going to be 26 soon. Yeah, time goes by just like that. So if you weren't using your time correctly and somebody comes along younger than you, listen what I'm telling you, and did everything right that you did wrong, it's going to stir the pot on the inside and going to cause some form of a jealousy. Because there are some people who they're easily distracted, then there's some people who's locked in. There are some people they needed to have a child in order for them to focus. There were some people who were focused before they even had a child. You get what I'm saying? It's like a tale of two halves. Pick your choice. But all in all, when you're young, you're supposed to use your years correctly to propel you forward. So when you get older, you can relax. No more of that hard working stuff or that slaving stuff. Now, here's the deal why I'm so passionate and I'm happy about this. Because as you get older, you're going to get wiser and your eyes are going to start to widen and see, oh, I can see certain things I wasn't able to see when I was like 18, 19, and 23 and 24. There are some people who will give you wrong advice that are older than you because they're miserable and they pissed off their time. So they want to see if they can send you down the same rabbit hole so you can piss off your time as well, waste it, and it's like there's nothing else to really come from that. Because why? You done got older now. You done pissed away all of your prime years. What did you do with your prime years? And then these are the same people who will turn around and tell you, oh, you were listening to me? You're not supposed to listen to me. You're supposed to learn how to think for yourself. These are some things you have to learn in life. Wicked people will teach you the most harshest lessons in the world, because you have to understand that not everybody has a good heart. Not everybody has ambition. Not everybody has a drive or will, has that extra grit. I want to work harder. Some people aren't like that in life. So you have to understand and use some form of discernment. Even if you can't really see certain things from young, the older you get, you're going to start to see certain things, and people are going to say certain things that expose themselves. Like example, somebody saying, yo, this is something that little rap nigga O'Neal used to do all the time. Oh, D'Angelo, you went to school for HVAC and you graduated? Bro, I wish I would have learned the trade. Okay. D'Angelo, you learned how to do this? Bro, I wish I would have learned to do that. Why do you wish upon a star so friggin' much? You want to know why? Because you pissed your time off trying to be a bad boy, trying to conquer and take over the streets of Miramar. And you pissed your life away and ruined a lot of your opportunities. Ruined your opportunity with UPS. Ruined your opportunity with this. Ruined your opportunity to go to school here. Ruined your opportunity to school with that. It's like you ruined so much opportunities, you're going to be forced to look at other people who never played with an opportunity, who actually took it and made something of it. And mind you, this is the reason why I said a lot of people hate on me, dog. I'm not from America. And when you're not from America, you're coming from the islands, island parents will drill it in your head. Make sure you come here and you don't turn into nobody worthless. You do something with your life. You don't play with your life. You don't turn into a cruff or a bum. This is something that Haitians know what I'm talking about. Jamaicans, Trini, VI, Guyana, it don't matter where you from. Once you're not from America, islands or not, and your parents understand how America runs, they don't want you to come to this country and turn into a bum, dog. They want you to have some dignity and use the opportunities that are given. So because I met people like that dude there that ruined their opportunities doing dumb shit, it caused a lot of hatred. And I'm starting to see something. My nigga, you older than me. Why are you hating on me? You went to private school. I never had that opportunity. Remember I told you guys this if you watch me, dog. Because I'm not from here and my peoples did their research, the best school that was available for me to go to was Grenos Park Elementary. That's in Aventura, Biscayne. That's a good school in a good neighborhood. When they found out my parents was using a fake address, they kicked me out of the school. I had to go to a school locally. That was Hibiscus Elementary. I don't regret nothing. But what I'm saying is, there's some people like O'Neal who went to a private school, who lived in a good community. You get what I'm saying? I never hated on things like that. But you pissed off the opportunity that was given to you, that was in your hands, dog. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say be careful of who you take advice from. Be careful who it is that you hang around. There are some people who are older and bitter. They'll give you wrong information just to lead you off a cliff. Because they see where you're going. Remember, I say this all the time. We're like windows. People could see us. You can't see yourself, but somebody could see you. Yo, you work hard. You got this, that, and the third. You got this going for yourself. You know, if this person gets the right information, they're probably going to shoot for the stars. Let me see if I can stop that. Because there's some people that are bitter on the inside. You get what I'm saying? You have to be very mindful and understand this stuff. If somebody handled their younger years correctly, listen to what I'm telling you. If you handle business in your younger years, I'm not saying you're not going to make no mistakes. If you handle business in your younger years, you wouldn't be a hater, or you wouldn't have a problem in sharing generous wisdom with the younger generation. Because why? You did it your way. And you can use the gems and the tools that you learned in your years and pass it on to somebody else. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to stifle you just to tell what or give up any little information that benefited you that can help the next generation, dog. There's some people, like I said, like that dude I mentioned, they seen me and they were hating on me from the beginning. So any way to stop me, stifle me, keep me around, put fear in you so you don't thrive, I'm going to do that. So I have to get away from people like that. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand that in life, you have to be careful of who you're taking advice from, who you're listening to, who's trying to guide you. That's why I explain a lot of things about myself, because I don't want any holes or any discrepancies. Yo, I don't know about this dude. If I'm going to be teaching you and showing you something, I want you to at least know who I am and know about my background, and I can tell you the story, and guess what? You can check it out and do your research and see if I'm lying or not. You get what I'm saying? So remember this. In life, if you use your years correctly, you shouldn't be out here hating on the next generation or hating on somebody who has the ability to surpass you. This is what changes the community. If you give the information to somebody and they give it on to somebody, the right information, they pass it on, they capitalize on it. Before you know it, it's just going to change the community and society all for the better. Remember, people who are in poverty and people who are broken, lacking, those are the people who are more likely to commit crimes and commit murders and do certain things that are wild and outlandish. Because why? They're broken. Do you see people out here? I'm not saying you don't see rich people out here doing dumb shit because they're rich. But what I'm saying is, somebody with common sense and has money, are they going to piss that away to do some wrong shit or whatever? You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying people can't do whatever, but just look at it from a common sense aspect, even though common sense isn't common. People who are more likely to do something devious and malicious are wicked people and people who are lacking and broke. People who are having it in life and doing their thing, they're not going to really be doing that type of stuff. They don't have that. They don't have that time to do that. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand that it's the tale of two halves. Understand who it is you're listening to. Understand who it is that you're getting advice from. Because it's a lot of people out here who are older that are jealous and bitter of the next generation coming up. Because why? They played around with their time. You feel me? With that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I use them to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser. 444 the world, man. Just because you're young now doesn't mean that you won't be able to end up and be successful. You just have to go through the past and the tasks and go through what you need to go through to get to where you need to be. And then when you get to where you need to be, you can take that information, pass it on to somebody, help them along in their journey. You feel me? 444 the world, man. Peace.